let's have a look at that note.
Sound check.
Well, g'day there. Welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan. Today, once again, and I say once again because we only just looked at Epica a few weeks back, we're listening to Epica. Now, this is their Consign to Oblivion performance at live at, I'm reading my notes, live at Le Zenith, Paris 2017. So that's a little while ago now. Like that's, by the time you see this in March 2026, what are we talking? We're talking 9-10 years ago. Once again, we get to have a listen to the marvellous voice of Simone Simons, and also alongside Mark Jansen, who will be doing all of the lion's share, if you will, the lead vocal with all the growl and disturbed vocal. Now, I am denied as to whether I would review this video. It was requested by, I think, a few of you. And so I wanted to respond to that request, but I did and ah because I've declared this before. I do not specifically teach disturbed and distorted vocal. I do teach singers that employ the vocal technique and effect of disturbed vocal, but I very much come at it from teaching them balance, airflow, healthy standard of voice use and those sorts of things. And then we apply that technique that they already have over and above. And if they want to go into it more specifically, I send them to people who are specifically working in that area. So with that disclaimer up front, I sort of went, am I going to be able to offer enough insight? There is enough of Simone throughout this piece that allows me to make some comment to that. And I think, when I thought about it, I think we'll be able to observe some really interesting resonance attributes of the disturbed vocal, and we'll be able to show that not only in Melodyne but in VocaVista. Let's get into it. It is a lengthy performance, and so I think we'll have good chunks of just listening and appreciating this performance. So here we go.
The last one for tonight, but you know we always come back to Paris because we love Paris. Last one for tonight, everybody, you know the drill. Open up in the middle to create the wall of Epica.
The wall of Epica. Having already listened to this through, the drums in this piece are Epica. They're amazing.
Before we go, all right? First, hold! 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 3, 2, 1, go!
I must admit, I wouldn't want to be caught in the middle of that.
Most important to do is that our bills get paid.
So much energy. Like it's just screaming energy. Not as in the screaming has energy, it does. The distorted vocal has energy, but I'm talking about the performance sense. It's just so big. And do you know what? I love the juxtaposition of this lovely, clean, and this is very symphonic metal in its design. I love that lovely, clean, floated, classical voice sitting over the top of the distorted drive of the guitars, the double kick of the drums, the drive of the bass. Oh dear, it's so good. It's so good. Let's continue, and then I'm going to jump in. I want to show you some interesting things. I've already got the pitch analysis in Melodyne up here. I'm going to let it play a little bit longer, and then we're going to look at what I think is some really interesting things to observe in the vocals. But here we go. I'm going to just take it back a smidge. Okay, I think that's going to be a good spot for us to jump in here. I want to go to what's going to be around about, and actually let's just make a comment on pitch accuracy. I very much doubt this is tuned. And the reason I say that is because you can see back here, see the center line of, for example, this note here. If we were to tune that, it would be up there. And you can hear that is dead center on when I tune it. And so, you know, as is in keeping with pretty much everything else I've heard from Epica thus far, there's no obvious sense of tuning in post, acknowledging that there are some ways that we can do that. I've actually gone further than I wanted to, so I'm just going to come back. It's interesting to hear the BVs going on there. It would suggest to me that there's a click track happening behind, because I'll keep an eye out. I haven't seen any BVs on stage. There could be a vocal booth behind. I don't know. Suggests to me that there's a click track with BVs on it and like a choral sense to give us that big vocal. Equally, it could be coming from the keys. I doubt it. If you've got more information about the production and how Epica do this and add those BVs and choral effects in behind, please let us know. Beautiful voice. So what I want to come down here, now I want to have a look at the distorted vocal and make some interesting observations about the manner in which we are able to set this up in a really sustainable way, because I hear this as quite a sustainable distorted vocal.
It must be a beast. It's just to get laid.
So notice here we've got this really consistent flow, right? Now, in part, this is driven by the fact that Melodyne is not really detecting any pitch. Now, there is pitch in here. In fact, if we go across to So if we come to the 3-minute mark, so
There must be a peace. It's got
okay, so VocaVista is able to detect pitch. Only just. If I take away, so you can see what's happening there is it's
There must be a peace. It's got so cut.
yeah, you can, you know, I mean, it's, these blue lines are supposed to be where we're hitting, you know, really picking up true fundamentals. And it is struggling. You can see it here a bit. This would be where, you know, we'd expect the melody to be. There's nothing down below. But what I want to really highlight is, if we come back again to our Melodyne, how even and he's just literally articulating on a real consistent flow.
It's got so cut. Not the way miles. Just keep following the prey.
You can hear a little fluctuation in there, can't you? Have a listen. Ah! Yeah, well, not like that, but you get my point, I hope. Now, if I come over to 3:15...
Not the way miles. Just keep following the prey.
So we see this in here, this area here, we see this dip, and we can actually see it if we come up, because we're actually getting a few more harmonics sitting over the top, and you can see that fluctuation, that movement, whereas prior, what we've got is a relatively consistent flow. And I think it just speaks to the quality of the disturbed vocal here is that relatively even flow. If we take it back here and have a watch from... And isn't that interesting? So that little fluctuation is actually a different vocalist, that little movement. And so Mark himself is giving us that really even flow. And then when we get the scream, we get a little bit of, I think, a little bit of a pressurization in that flow, and it dips. I know I'm a vocal nerd. I find that fascinating. I think it highlights the need for really consistent airflow when we approach these vocal effects and skills. Continuing. Those drums, that's awesome. Well, let's have a look at the resonance of those beautiful top notes by Simone. Lovely. The pitch separation software, Moises, hasn't quite been able to capture the full resonance quality, but you do see this lovely, strong movement here, and we are getting a lovely, clean up into the 4,000 hertz range of lovely harmonic there. Yeah, you can see the depth of the tone really showing throughout there. Oh, she really has to bring the voice right down there, doesn't she? I wonder what we looked at in the last resonance analysis with Simone. I looked at her vibrato rate, and it is very classical. Let's have a look at it again. So if we just grab that section there, we're looking at a vibrato rate of 6 hertz, 75 cents. That's classical. It's really wide. Beautiful voice, just such a beautiful voice. She's so in the zone there, isn't there? You can really see her focused in on the artistry of what she's producing vocally. It's so very centered, so beautifully. Just out of interest, let's jump back over and have a look at that from a pitch analysis point of view. It's lovely. That wasn't lovely. That's lovely. I'm just really, just watching her be so centered, and just watching her accurately move the voice so precisely is, so cool. So very cool. Let's have a look at that note. That was lovely. 4-3, 4-43. Here it is. I think this is where it is. And I think that note really confirms, for those who might be doubting, the fact that this hasn't been, tuned in post or in the moment. Not that there's many people watching this that would doubt that. But nonetheless, see there is inconsistency in this pitch. Yeah, you can see the way the voice moves around in this particular area here. Like if we were to cut that up, just because we can, cut it up there, cut it up there. I reckon we would cut it maybe there. Oh, hang on a second. And now if we go through, and if we move it around a little bit, probably not as much, but we might also do this. See how you can really do quite a bit to change it, and I didn't do it as much, but So you can actually do quite a bit in Melodyne to alter things and you know, perfect them. Fortunately for us, I don't think that's what takes place here. I'm actually going to take it back to what is the original edits. And you can see it move around, right? And that's wonderfully human. I mean, dead on. If you're listening to this as a single pass and you didn't, you know, do what I'm doing, you wouldn't hear that anything other than perfect. Like she's that good. Sounds perfect to me. Sorry, I want to go back and have a listen to that little motif that the keyboardist has put in there, who incidentally, and I'm not suggesting he's the first and only person to do this, but the fact that he has his keyboard on a moving state, you know, moving set is really cool. Dun 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 dun. I love it.
Oh yeah, you guys fucking rock! Thank you so much for this fantastic evening. We hope to see you all soon again. Come on!
Because we can, let's go and have a look at what that raw looks like in our analysis. Where are we? This really shows how much air is involved in a really consistent, measured, low pressure way. Have a look. So you can see that shaping of the vowel. Row, row. And there's this shaping of it that goes on. How exact too, just to make the point. How similar. I mean, that's him just literally shaping and forming exactly the same activity each time, 3 times in a row, letting it flow on. Again. So it's a great example of placement and shaping in that distorted vocal value. We talk so much about placement and shape in clean vocals, but here we see evidence of it and really good use of it in a distorted vocal sense. And I think if you're into that sort of thing and wanting to learn and sing in distorted vocal, take note of how well this is done and how consistency, not only in the shape, but also the dynamic. Listen to how he does not build the dynamic at all through them. He's literally set it up and repeated it, well, 6 times. skating around. That's awesome. So tight, as all good symphonic metal is. Again, listen to that consistency. The sheer fitness to do this. Oh yeah.
Merci beaucoup, Paris.
That last section of Simone singing is once again a really great example of her delving into her contemporary styling of the vocal. Prior to that, everything prior had been very classical, but she ends very, very contemporary. You hear a real change in this the style resonance of what she's doing there. Oh, they're big. They're very big. I'm sure we've got more Epica listed. If you've got a particular Epica or Simone Simons performance that you'd like us to have a look at, please leave the links below. I go looking for, in fact, it would be awesome if we continue to look for live, like raw live performances if you can. In this particular performance, we can see it has been heavily mixed and mastered and produced for, you know, an official video release. Nothing wrong with that. That's what we do. But it's really good for analysis of voice and for us to really appreciate the true skill of the authentic voice, as Phil from Wings of Pegasus likes to say, that we go looking for those really raw live performances. I hope you've enjoyed today's live hangout. I certainly enjoyed all of the above. I enjoyed the music, and I enjoyed sitting and analysing it with you today. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.